Well, I'm skipping all of the better bow, because the system just had a bit of a fart. Let me just do that. The system just farted. But welcome to Jeezo It's Friday, your place for the weird, wild and the crazy news, stories, events and takes on what's been happening this week and what's been going on in my brain and the thoughts that we have. Welcome. So, I don't even know if this is working, right? Because it fucked up royally. It really did fuck up there. Did it work? Oh, it does work. Fucking hell, Jeezo. And I can't see any chat here on multi-stream. Fuck's sake. Honest to God. Mark McQueen's there. Hello, everyone. Howdy, dude. Working on YouTube. And X, is it? Is it working on X? Jesus Christ. I do not want to start my streams like this anymore. Where it's like a fucking, honest to God, right? It's like a lottery. I go live. And I only go live once a week. Howdy, Sam. X is working now. Nice one. Cars, hiya. Hola. Hiya. Got ya. Nice one. Thank you. It's like, honestly, it's like a lottery. You go live, you press it, and then everything's saying like live on Kick, live on X, live on YouTube. Then it goes multi-stream, and it goes like and it really shits its pants. And today, what I did want was I wanted it to go well and smooth, so that I could do more of a professional opening. Because do you know what's happening as well, right? He's shopping, is he? Well, what's happening is I'm getting a few views now on YouTube. I post show, so over the weekend people are tuning in and watching Jeezo It's Friday as a video. So I want to do a natural, kind of a cool intro. So anyway, if you're watching this, right, not live, but you're watching this over the weekend as a show, then I apologise for how unprofessional I am. I will not do that again, right? And I'll have a serious word with Streamlabs OBS. Cat's in. Cat is the only Kick person. Cat in Kick. Kick Cat. I probably said that last week, actually. I'm saying that as if it's the first time I've ever said it. I probably said that last week. Cards. Boss T. He's off for hair. He's getting his hair done. Boss T gets a 0.5 blade all over, right? He could definitely do that himself. But he goes off to some senorita. Kaz sends him off into Mexico for some senorita to do his hair. When it's a 0.5 cut, he could do that himself, man. Kaz, what's going on? Banana Man UK is in. My boy. Well, howdy, dude. Thank you so much for jumping. I know you're busy, man. I know you've got a new life and all that in on the YouTubes as well. Thank you so much for being here. The YouTubes is the place to be, right? The YouTubes is the place to be. Because if you're on the YouTubes, right, you can put me on the big telly, for starters. And it's a free-flowing chat over on the YouTubes. I've got some really good shit for you tonight. So, I don't know if you got a chance to see the poster, but I put a poster out about an hour before the show. And this is this GIF 18? This is Jeezo It's Friday 18, isn't it? Aye, it is. Oh fuck! Do you know what? I don't think I changed the number on the poster. I think I've done that as Jeezo It's Friday 17. That's a bit of an error. I need staff now. That's how big this is getting, right? That's how big this is getting. Not big as in money or people watching, but with what I'm doing. On the big telly now is Cat a sex kitten? What is a sex kitten? Cat is. Cat's got it going right on. Yeah, she has. Big style. So, anyway, distracted there by the sex kitten chat. I've got some really cool mega stories. So, we're going to do what went down, which is this week's news. And on what went down this week, Jeezo, the Black Book, right? Honestly, this is the Jeezo Bible. But let's zoom in. Look at that, man. That's what I've got going on here. We've got Jake Paul. He had a fight. He's now ranked. Like, what the fuck? That's wild. Some dudes, right, use a 6-year-old as a drug mule. We'll chat about that. Trump has opened up Alligator Alcatraz, which I absolutely love. I'm not too sure about the humanitarian aspects of it, but for me, like, if it was a movie, I would be all in on that. Diddy, Jeezo, Diddy, do that. Ian. You'll have to wait for that one. Preteen plot to get revenge. We're going to talk about that. And there's a teacher right in Wales who's getting drunk, swearing, and doing the Macarena. We're going to talk about that as well. That's what went down. Then we're going to move into some of my musings and my thoughts. I've got some big thoughts this week. Robot Lives Matter. So there's a question for you. Start thinking about that, right? When will robots' lives actually matter? Like, when will people protest? There's a dude, right, called Jamie Morrison, who wait till that bit. AI actors are now real. We are going to see the first actual genuine AI actor. Estate hunter. My electric went off right for a couple of hours, and I started to think about who I'd kill first. Genuinely, I don't know if there's something wrong with me or that's just natural. But we're going to start talking about, like, if the electric goes off forever, the water goes off forever, and there's no food. How do you start, like, picking through your estate? And then some alien is being sucking off the sun. We're going to talk about that as well. Do those sound like the stories that you guys want to hear about? If so, then please do me a big favour, right? Especially if you're on X, please press the like button. I think if you press the screen, it'll give hearts. Please repost. Reposting will be super cool because it means that other people can enjoy this content. Like, you're doing them a favour. You're bringing them to the content, so please do that. Comment if you can underneath the thing, and then hopefully YouTube will start to pick up as people start to come in. Right, big one for now though. Check that out. Yeah, how manly is that? Look at that. That's how I'm drinking from now on, right? None of these little glasses. None of these tall, thin ones. I'm drinking from that from now on. What do you think? What do you think of that? It's a beast, isn't it? Oh, look at that. It's a fight. It is. It's very me. It's very me. Yeah. Whiskey as well. I've got whiskey in it. Yeah. Or me. No. I've got fizzy water in it. To be PC. To be friendly. One thing we're doing tonight is, after tonight's show, I'll get a little takeaway like a Chinese or whatever, right? And then I'm going to do an after show, and I'm going to do it on TikTok. I just chatting, and I'll be hammered. So tune in for that. Got ya. YouTube X has been odd. Good. It is a beast, isn't it? No, it is a mug, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Jeezo, look at that. Off of who's those dudes in China that do really shoddy work and it takes like 15 years to get there? Who are those guys? Is it Temu? Is it Temu where the picture looks as if like I thought that was forged in Norway with Viking blood, right, in proper oak. It's actually plastic and a bit of aluminium, right? The picture though, I was like, oh shit, this is like I'm getting some traditional Viking like tankards here, and no. But anyway, it looks alright in 1080p. In 4K, you'd spot the issue. Is it? I think it's Temu. I think it is Temu. Temu do deliver. Do you know what it is? You think it's not a thing. It actually is a thing. They're just really shit. So they present their... I've got something else. Oh, you can't see. I've got a little dude on there, right? You can't see it on the shelf. It's like a ghostly, like monstrous, like thing, right? And in Temu it was like 4 foot. I was like, nice. That's gonna look really good. Just like sitting over here, like a ghostly figure. And it came as that big. So Temu is real. Just have to adjust your expectations. Right. Well. What's went down this week? Tell you what. I'm going to go and smash my kids all over in a second. Really are. And I can hear my boy being really mean to my little girl. He's gonna get it in a second. Proper get it. Here we go. So, where do we start? We'll start with... Well, actually, it's on there, on the screen straight away. Let's do this. Check this one out. Can you believe this shit? Texas man admits kidnapping 79 people to anally probe them while disguised as an alien. Look at the man. Look at the man. He's got proper big alien lugs. He's got... Do you know men out there? You know ears can't always grow throughout your whole life. They never ever stop growing. There's a picture of Robert De Niro in Taxi, and he's got like nice little baby ears like me, like that. I've still got baby ears, right? And a picture of him now, and his ears are like that. They're like, honest to God, like the fucking full size of his head, right? This dude has got... if you got kidnapped by him, you would think, whoa, this dude is a fucking legit alien, isn't he? Well, UFOs around the world. We've got a celebrity in the house. Matt from UFOs around the world. Jeezo. Check him out. Give him a... If you love UFOs and the UFO culture or anything but UFOs, give this dude a follow on the YouTubes. He's like legit, like the UK's biggest ufologist. And what do you think of this one? This dude, right, has been he's kidnapped 79 people, right? 79 people to anally probe them, disguised as an alien. I mean, like, I said, oh, but that's it. Fucking hell, UFOs aren't real. Let's put it away, right? They don't exist. This dude is the thing. All those stories, right, of people being abducted, right? Put it away now. This is the guy. This is the guy. How wild is that? I mean, like, I don't dig any deeper, as you know. I always stay surface level. But this is from El Paso in Texas, right? So, like, yeah, I guess could well be. If you're living in the El Paso area, and if you've got an abduction story, maybe think again, right? This fella is potentially your alien. Can he impress? He pulled that off. To be fair, he's done a good job. But look at his face. He looks like. Do you know actually what he looks like? Do you know in the Marvel universe, there's a go full screen for this. In the Marvel universe, right? There's an alien invasion. I've not really kept up with Marvel for years, right? But there's like an alien invasion of these guys called the Scree, and these Scree guys can like take over, like they can like shapeshift, and they can adapt into, and they're involved in all about politics and all that, right? But look at this shit. Fucking hell, he looks like the Scree. Give him a little bit of green pigment, right? And this motherfucker has got Scree written all over it. Yes, dude, do a video on that, mate. Dude, that will get you a shitload of views, mate. Yeah, do a video on that, mate. I'll send you I think it's just a screenshot. I'll send you the link if I can, dude. If I can find it wherever it is. Let me just write that down. If you've done a video on that, that'd be super good. That would be really, really good. Send that. Alien. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get anal and alien into a single word. So an alien or alien. It's a hard thing to say, dude. Alien is what I think. What do you think of that then? Legit. Texas man admits kidnapping 79 people to alien probe them while disguised as an alien. An alien. I think that's what it is, dude. An alien. Right. That was an alien. We've done that one. Actually, why Matty, have we got any more? I don't have. Oh, I'll tell you what I do have later on though, dude. If you want to hang around, I do want to talk about Jamie Morrison. So Jamie Morrison. I am going to talk about him later on, dude. You might be interested in that. But that's all of my and Sunsuckers. That I always have. Honestly, dude, I always have a good 30 minutes of this show dedicated to weird UFO stuff. Always. The Sunsucker. That is a wild one. That's old, but it's a wild one. But we'll get back to what went down. And the next one is... Oh, I'll tell you what, this is fucking great. I love this. Love this. So, this is Grok's view. I asked Grok to build me a picture, right, of a prison in the middle of the Everglades, where it's got one road in, one road out, surrounded by alligators, right? Because this shit is actually real. So Trump has built a prison in the Everglades. It must have been repurposed. You couldn't have built it this quickly after just a few months, right? But there is only one road in, only one road out. It's fucking absolutely surrounded by alligators. And he's putting all of the... Oh, aliens! Illegal aliens. He's putting all the illegal aliens in there. Now, whether you believe... But what politics aside, right? This is like a fucking B movie, innit? Like, you're in a prison, you need to get out. If you do get out, you can't take the main road because it's too heavily guarded. You got to make your way through the swamp. Getting through the swamp means getting through alligators who know that there's prey there. This is like snakes in a plane all over again. But alligators in the swamp. And this is real. Like, this sounds stupid. This sounds as if it's not a real thing. This is genuinely, right, a real thing. Trump is putting prisoners into a Everglades prison, which has a moat of alligators. I mean, like, Jeezo, how cool's that? That is like, it's like cool, and like, actually, no, I'm not going to back down from that, mate. It is fucking cool. That's really cool. Yeah, have a bloody moat of alligators. Love it. Can you impressively pull that off too? To be fair, says Banana Man. Guy looks like an elf. Yeah, the anal probe dude. The anal probe dude. I mean, like, fuck. But this Alligator Alcatraz, and let me just sup from there. Matt, see this? This is what you need to do, dude. You need to get a goblet. Drink tastes nicer from a goblet. Really does. Right. That was Alligator Alcatraz. Wild. Real. That's a fucking true story, that shit. This next one's actually pretty... This next one's fucking disturbing, actually, right? So this one here. This one I've called... actually, what do I call this one? I've got a title for this. Preteen plot takes a stab at revenge. That's my headline. I'm wasted on this shit, you know. I should have like 1 billion viewers. Preteen plot takes a stab at revenge. Now, this isn't a real picture. This is a Grok made picture, but it does. It is a real story. So I've only came across this story because it's only just hit the news over this last week, but it's off October 2024 for all transparency, right? 4 little girls, right? 4 beautiful, innocent little girls between the ages of 10 and 11, right? Plotted to kill a boy at their school. This is a real, genuine, real story, this shit, right? Because the boy who was going out with one of them, he cheated. 10 and 11 year olds like going out with each other, for starters, is wild. Cheating on each other is wild. But plotting death is mega wild. Mega wild. But 4 little girls plotted. They all had, right, like individual jobs to do as well. So what they were going to do is they were going to one brought in a knife because they wanted them all to be complicit in the act. So one brought in a knife to school. Another one was going to goad him or like attract him into the girls' toilets for some reason. One of them was actually going to do the stabbing, and another one was going to like hide the clothes or something. But there was 4 of them, and the 4 all had a job to do. Now they plotted this out. They were planning it out, but thankfully, some kid had overheard them talking about it and raised the alarm with the teachers, who then raised the alarm with parents, who then raised the alarm with authorities. And the 4 of them got caught, and they actually found like written plans that they had to do all this, like this. That all 10 and 11-year-old girls had plotted to kill a kid by attracting him into a toilet and stabbing him to death because he cheated on one of them. Now they said 3 of them, right? 3 had a huge remorse, but one was just laughing. One of them was still just like, haha, cool, like, nah, deserve to die. Fucking hell. How wild is that? Mark McQueen is worrying. How wild is that though? That's 10, 11-year-old. So my boy is just turned 11, right? He's just turned. I've just heard him at the background there being mean to his sister. Like, mean? Like, he can be a bit of a dick. And this week he's went to big school this week, right? They do like a thing called like transition days. So he's in the juniors. He's going to go to the big school next year. They spend a couple of days in the big school at the end of the term to get used to it, right? But I think if he was, I mean, he's into games. You know what I mean? He's on Roblox and Fortnite, and he doesn't care about lasses at all, right? Some of his pals are kind of like into lasses a little bit, but he's not bothered, man. He's into anime, games, and like he got a gel gun for his birthday, right? You fill it up with these gel pellets, right? You just right? He's got no thoughts at all of like stabbing people at school. It's wild, isn't it? Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Lasses are crazy, man. Lasses are crazy, guys. Remember that. Remember that. Lasses are crazy. Kaz, Sam, Kat, apologies for that statement, but you'll be crazy. From 10-year-old, you're all crazy from then. That's when you cross into crazy. 10-year-old. Before then, like girls are just great, and then at 10, stabby. Totally wild. My boy is 13 and he's had 3 fights since starting secondary school. Oh, Jeezo. I've tried to force mine into boxing and kickboxing. Before COVID kicked in, right, he was only 5-year-old, and he was like a kickboxing prodigy. I took him to a class about 5 weeks, and then bloody COVID kicked in, and the instructor was coming over like, after every lesson saying, "Oh, this dude's like really good. He's got some like just natural capability to do kickboxing." I was like, "Oh, great! Like that's music to my ears." And then COVID kicked in, and then it was like 3 years of like just nonsense. And then he's just like, "No, games." And I'm like, "You could be the next Andrew Tate." Clearly, I'm joking. Andrew Tate's a bellend. He says some fucking raw stuff though, but he's a bellend. Because they know he's a black belt in kickboxing. Well, that's it, exactly. Oh, is he into kickboxing? So, that was pre-teens. Oh, this one's brilliant. Fucking hell. Pre-teen plot. This one is so good. You like Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate's half good, half bad. He says some really, really genuine, authentic, and hard to hear raw things about men and women. But then he overlays it with the character of Andrew Tate, and he's a dick. It's a weird combination that he's created, and anybody who knows him always says that he's kind of like honest and true, but he's also a character. This one though is wild. This is just came across this one. So this teacher drank in class, swore pupils, and did Macarena. Now, what do you make of that? I said, so she's been banned, right, from teaching in Wales. I said that, well, England will answer the call. We will have her as one of our teachers. But the big question is, guys, which of those three things is the thing that got her banned? Is it drinking in class? Is it swearing at the pupils? Or is it doing Macarena? Now, Macarena could well be the dance. Could be. Hey, Macarena. It could be the dance. Or it could be like a Spanish illegal immigrant who is a janitor called Jose Macarena. Maybe it's that. Maybe's. I don't know which one of those three things got her sacked, right? I think doing Macarena is probably one of them. Tate just goes extreme on everything he does. Goes extreme. Last week, Mark, don't you remember we done the Tate and Bonnie Blue interview? We chatted about that. What a wild interview that is. You think drink? I think she jumped on Jose Macarena, the Spanish janitor, right, in the school, and I think that was like, I think the head teacher said, right, I've had enough. I'm catching you drinking, you sweating the kids, but now you're jumping on top of our janitor Jose Macarena, and I'm done. I'm done. You are banned from Wales. Tell you what though, England will have her. England will have her. What do you think of that? And what do you think so far? Are these good stories? Are these good stories for what went down? I think these have been the good ones. I've picked up some belters this week actually. I think I've picked up some belters. We're not finished there, guys. That mug. The mug. Do you know in the olden days, Kat? In the olden days, right? In pubs. In pubs. Proper pubs. Like old man's pubs. Like before women were allowed in. Yeah? No women in no pub. Men would have like tankards like this. And they'd be on the top of the bar with their name on them. How wild's that? How wild's that? So that would be there, and it would say men said, and I'd come in and they'd get my men said tankard off there, and I'd drink it. I may just create a video also. UFOs around the world. That is a celebrity, you know, guys. You've got a celebrity on here. It won the crew. A proper celeb. Right, next. What have we got next? Where is it? This fucking hell, Jeezo. Yup, I was in an old man pub last night with my sister, and you're bang on about the mug. They still have them now. Oh, wait, I've got a thing scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Discord. So I do have a Discord community, which I want to use for just day-to-day chatting. None of you bastards actually jump in and chat to me on it. So I'm really disappointed. It would be really good if you did. And just to chat nonsense. UK number 1 on TikTok. Not YouTube yet. Number 1 on TikTok. What? You're UK's biggest TikToker? No way. That's nah. No way. For your genre. For the genre, 100%. Are you in my Discord? I'm in your Discord. Yeah. Mark, you do chat sometimes. I want the chat on Discord to be like a thing. Chatting. Yeah, doesn't matter, right? It'll happen when it happens. It happens when it happens. UK number 1 on TikTok for UFOs. UFOs around the world's like big account. Well done, dude. Well done, mate. Honestly, I'm dead proud of you and all. You gotta start again. You gotta start from scratch once more. So well done, man. This one, right, here we go. Jake Paul, right. So, I like my boxing. I really like me boxing. I love me UFC. I love me MMA. There's a big bare knuckle fight tomorrow that I'm dead excited about, actually. Right, I love fighting. Jake Paul has always been a bit of a love-hate thing for me because he's not a legitimate fighter. He's a YouTuber who has learned how to box and has decided that he wants to be a boxer. Right? And in boxing there's big money. But you can't knock the lad for doing what he's done because he's picking the fights that he wants to pick, and they're all ex-MMA people or athletes over their age. He's had one fight with a current boxer, which was Tyson Fury's brother. What's he called? Tommy Fury. He got beat on points off him, right? But he presses on, right? He's just fought Chavez Jr. He beat him on points. And now, so he beat him on points, and there's a lot of questions about, is it rigged? Rigged. Now, I didn't watch the fight. I ain't going to pay for a Jake Paul fight. But I do like him. He's a if anybody's been into wrestling in the past, any old even modern actually wrestling fans out there, you'll know the concept, right, of face and heel. See, a face is the good guy that everybody wants to win. Oh, my eye's gone off. Look at that eye. Ooh. And there's face and there's heel. Heel are bad guys, so they play up to being a bad guy. Jake Paul is a heel of the boxing world. He's the bad guy of the boxing world. And he doesn't play up. He actually does a lot of fucking really good stuff for people. But he's picking these fights, he's promoting them, and he's getting loads of people there to watch and enjoy them. Whoa, yo, it's me. I'm Boss T. Boss T's in the house. He's his haircut. Boss T, if you're allowed to see how hot was the Mexican hairdresser, because Kaz, who's been very quiet, says that you have a bit of a hot hairdresser. She never said it was a boy or a girl, so who knows? But so Jake Paul's kind of he's the heel of boxing, and here he is fighting Chavez Jr. wins on points. But when you look at it, right, a lot of people are saying, is it rigged? Is it not? This is landed and thrown. Now, I didn't watch it because, like I say, I'm not putting money in Jake Paul's pocket for boxing. Not yet. Right? Round 1, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. threw 4 punches in the first round. 4. I mean, boxing is traditionally, right, about punching people. He threw 4, then 7. In round 3, he threw 3 punches. In round 3. What? Now, people say, it wasn't a rig. And there's a few, right? There is a few, prominent people say, no, it's not a rig. But how in a boxing fight do you not box 3 punches in a round. 12, 10. Oh, he comes alive at the end. Right, so at the end, 25, 35, 31. But Jesus Christ, that is insane. And guess what happens here? He's now been ranked by the WBA. See, he's now ranked 14, not 15. So rankings tend to be like 15 up. So there's some real cruiserweight boxer who's been boxing people, like, has been jumped over by Jake Paul because of all these people he's been fighting. Now, I ain't hating. I'm actually not hating on it, right? Oh man, he's one of these fucking... I noticed your stream isn't getting the visibility. I didn't give a fuck about Kick, actually. Cat, if it wasn't for Cat being on Kick, I'd get off of it. But Cat, you do like Kick for some reason, don't you, for chatting? I'd get off it. Because all you get is this shite. Them dicks. But with Jake Paul, wild. Like, absolutely wild. He landed a higher percentage, but he threw nothing. So, like, well, he did land a higher percentage, 61 to 154. That's good, Mark. Good maths, dude. Mark, our mathematician here. But look, in a round, you throw three punches. You throw 3 punches in a round of 3 minutes. 1 punch a minute in a punching competition is wild, wild. But he's been ranked, and what I'm saying, I'm not hating on him. I'm not, because like, he has people talking. He's bringing a new audience to boxing. Boxing's always been corrupt. It's not as if this is like brand new corruption potentially or rigging. It's always been the way. But I'd love to see him start to now fight like people. I can get into the boxing of it. He's called out Anthony Joshua as well, which is wild, 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 wild. Right. We're going to have a quick break, come back, and I've got I've got 2 more stories of what went down, and then we're going to go into lately I've been thinking, of which I've got some really big head scratches for you. I really, really do. Right, so for the breaks, for this one, I've dug into my back catalogue. I used to do some videos about a year ago. Oh, it's my 2-year anniversary! FYI. Today, I've been doing Men's Said for 2 years, and we've had some really big highs. I always talk about this. That's sad. I always talk about the same shit, don't I? We had the big highs of having like we once had hundreds of people on here live on Jeezo's Friday. 1 weekend we had like 28 million views. 1 weekend on a story. Got me into masses of trouble. Fair dues. We had the big highs, and that was followed by the low lows where I had to cancel everything and start again, just because of the way it was. So, but 2 years, and I'm still here. I'm still fighting the good fight. And I think, well, Tyson lost to Ngannou, but he gave the win to Tyson. Ngannou, definitely. Well, yeah. Very. Ngannou beat Tyson, 100%. I watched that one. Ngannou did beat Tyson, but it was Tyson, so they're like, oh, can I have him lose? What's weird, though, is Ngannou then stepped up in Anthony Joshua and got demolished. Fucking demolished off Anthony Joshua. Now Jake Paul wants to fight Anthony Joshua. So it's like... So you're going to do a thing that Francis Ngannou couldn't do. Like, Jeezo, good luck, dude. But mind, I would watch that. I would pay for that. But honestly, and if that did happen, I would want Jake Paul to win. I want him to win. I don't know. There's something about him. I just want him to win and win and win. I really do. Right, we'll have a quick break. We're going to go into... these breaks are going to be, as I said, diving into my back catalogue. I used to do a thing called... what did I used to do a thing called? But did you see this? I might do this again. So these were the main stories of the day that didn't hit the headlines. I used to do that as a show. Like 3 or 4 times a week. I used to do that. So I'm going to put them on, right? They're on for 4 minutes. I'll be back in 2, but just to fill in the gap. Back in a second. You've seen the news about P. Diddy. and his mansion's being raided, looking for some noncery, no doubt. You've also seen the Baltimore Bridge collapse, and that ship does turn in. It definitely does turn in. But did you see this? Howdy, howdy, to men said. Now, the big stories, they get a lot of coverage. But because of all that distraction, you might miss some of the kind of the smaller news stories, the tier 2s and the tier 3s. And that's what I'm gonna start bringing. I'm gonna start bringing the stories that you missed, right? So here we go, we're gonna get straight into it. But the first one, which is, well, Alan Titchmarsh, right? He's been censored in North Korea because of his trousers. His trouser region has been blurred out. Yeah, check that out. North Korea's state television channel has censored a BBC gardening programme by blurring out presenter Alan Titchmarsh's trousers. They state that it's very Western what he's got going on. What's he got going on? Was he sporting a kind of a boner? Like, what was going on there to require some blurring? I'm surprised North Korea get Alan Titchmarsh's garden shorts anyway. That's wild, isn't it? That's totally wild. But did you miss that one? You might have missed that one because of all the news that was going on with Baltimore. But there's more. There's more. Check this one out. This one's a good one.
Shot at him. As to the person, we don't know what home.
Before I jump in, right? Before I jump in on this one, you know, I'm always a little critical of the Canadian stance on crime. Because they're very left and they're very super incredibly lenient. Beyond lenient, in fact. Like, maybe it's even encouraging in some instances. But they do it a little different in the US. And here we are.
Homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So, whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday, and if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money. As to the person...
Well's that? He's saying that they prefer you to shoot intruders because it's easier for them and it saves taxpayers money. Well, there you go. What do you think of that? So, is anybody still there? Do we still have people watching? I think it's a bit of a quiet one night, actually. You know, the people maketh the show. So having a bit of a chat is a good thing. Right? That's a good thing. It helps us to direct where we go and what we see and the stories that are hit. So are we still there? They obviously didn't mind the... still here, Bob. Banana Man's still there. Nice one. I thought you'd have been busy, Chris, lad. Thank you so much. Oh, Cat's still there as well. Thank you so much, Cat. Where's Beatsy? Somebody text Beatsy. Tell him, like, what the fuck you playing at? Actually, no, I'm going to text him. I'm going to say, Beatsy, what are you doing? I'm going to tell him to say, fucking... Do you know what? I'll say this before he jumps on, right? He's probably pissed. Every Sam still leave us. Oh, nice one. Thank you. See, you're jumping in. You jumping in, you weirdo. He's probably like, he's probably spending like hours masturbating. That's what he does on a Friday. Hoppy! Evening, mate. Howdy, dude. Oh, bitch is typing back. Let's see what he says. He's typing back straight away. I think he's probably having some furious wanks. Evening, Hoppy lad. Let's see what he says. I'll see it, right? I'll see it. I've just told everybody that you're just having a big wank off. What a weird lad, eh? What a weirdo. Oh, he's typing for ages. He'll come in. Good old. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. I'm trying to grow it, right. I think we've got something special. Like, not for like global audiences, not for big numbers, but I do think there's like there's a small section of the country and the US actually that would probably just like having a bit of a chat and a laugh on a Friday night. I do feel it. Just don't know how to get them. So I'm so grateful that you're here, so thank you. I think I'm a bit behind. Right. What's next? What's next? We've done Jake Paul. And then we've got... Oh, where's the... This is actually fucking tragic, this, right? This is on Lad Bible. This one's on Lad Bible. This is tragic, actually. So, British child, 6, arrested as 14 kilos of drugs found in a case after landing at airport. Now, what happened here was, right, there was a big group of people. There was like 10 of them. Had flown back from, it was like fucking Eastern. It was like Thailand or something like that. And one of the people in the party was a 6-year-old. And then in the 6-year-old's backpack, a 6-year-old, think about it, 6. Like 6 is a mega child, like a total little like kid, like cartoons. Do you know what I mean? Like total kid. And they'd put weed in this kid's backpack, thinking that they'll not get searched. And then obviously they did get searched, got arrested, and the little kid got arrested as well. Fucking hell. Like, how despicable are some people? Like, genuinely, like, how evil are some people? To do that with a kid, I mean, like, it's the worst people ever. You should get an extra super prison sentence for that. So you get the prison you should get a prison sentence, right, for like doing the thing, like doing the illegal act. But then, fucking hell, dude, like, you've also put drugs in a small child's backpack, like, and brought a kid into this. Like, now do it's double crime, right? Do double time for that. That's what I think. I honestly think it is we. Do you know what? Stop the world. I need to get off. It is right. One of the big things that needs. I don't want to get political. I didn't. But one of the big things that we've got wrong in the UK, and probably the West, but in the UK, is that the crime, the punishments are nowhere near harsh enough for any of the crimes. Nowhere near it. Like, nowhere near it. We should have really, really harsher, not just penalty, as in like how much time you're going to spend in jail, but when you're in jail, what jail is like. Do you see about that Rubicano dude? You know, the Stockport murderer. In his room, he's got kettles and he's got facilities. He's got fucking facilities in his room, right? Like, it's like, no, dude, you should be chained to a wall, like, until you die of it. Until you die from being chained to a wall. That's, like, it's wild. It is wild. Like, how, like, even when they go to jail, they get a shit sentence, and then when they're in there, it's fucking laugh for them. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I think getting a 6-year-old child, right, and using a 6-year-old child for fucking running drugs should be double time. Yo, guys, something's come up. I need to hop off. Be back in a bit. Boss T has to disappear. Right, you cannot avoid Diddy. Jeezo. Like, did you see that? He's the 3 worst crimes that was against Diddy. He's escaped. He was found not guilty for the 3 worst ones. Now, if he was found guilty of those, then the sentence would have probably been like life in jail. He's not got them, so he's got this kind of like the ones that he's been found guilty of. Is this kind of like prostitution thing? It's like about prostitution. Now, he's already been in jail for like a year. They're going to do the sentencing in October. So people are thinking that, like, oh, right, like, come October, he's going to be there free. Now, that's really, really, really mega wild. I didn't put it on that one, did I? Put it. When it came, now I believe this to be true, right? I believe this to be true. That's why I'm saying it, because that's what I read. But when it came to the prosecution, right? So the prosecution of Diddy being, Diddy's the music version of Epstein. When it came to prosecution, the prosecution went at him for 28 days. For 28 days, the prosecution laid out their case, right? And this might be wrong, but it's what I read. So take that. The defense, when the defense got up, right? So these are the people who are saying like, "Nah, Diddy didn't do it. Diddy didn't do it. Diddy didn't do it." It's probably his next track. It's his first track in October when he gets out. Theirs was 25 minutes. So 28 days for prosecution and defense 25 minutes. Then the prosecution dropped some of the charges because they thought it was like more streamlined. He's then been found not guilty of the 3 worst ones. And it's like, whoa, dude. Like, did people just realise that, like, you know what? Diddy's not gone down for this for a 1,000 reasons. In October, when he gets sentenced, so he's going to spend the next couple of months, 3 months in jail. After that, I reckon, and mark this down right now, Jeezo, it's Friday, number 18. Cole Sears, Diddy, gets out of jail that day. Did you see Thomas Partier charged with 5 counts of rape? Everyone knew, I didn't even know who that is. Who's that? Thomas Partier. P-A-R-T-E-Y. Cause I gotta. A guy called Party is going to be well renowned for partying. But I can't believe Diddy could potentially just like walk away from fucking all ex-Arsenal player. Does he? 5 counts of ex-Arsenal. Oh, I see Diego Jota. Jeezo. That lad digested as well. I wasn't going to mention that one. Jeezo. That's an impact. That is 20. That is a solid 25. I mean, like 25 minutes, right? I mean, I could do 25 minutes of defense. Like, if I've got 28 days to think about it, innit? If I've got 28 days to think about what I'm going to say, mead. If I've got 28 days to think about what I'm going to say, I'm sure I've got to scramble up 25 minutes worth of content. I'd probably use something like Diddy's lyrics in there as well. Just to really add additional effect. Oh, about Jota, I know. I didn't really want to talk. It's so sad, isn't it? It is like mega sad. Right, that was what went down this week. That's been the main news of this week. What do you think of that segment? Next, we're going to move on to Lately I've Been Thinking, where I've got some really big thoughts. So, what did you think of that? Did you enjoy it? Was that good? What I want to do is, in the future, is I'd love for you guys to send me links to stories, articles, posts of news. Not big news, but crazy news. Weird, wild, crazy news. So that we can use it in this. And I'm going to go back to those days of doing but did you see this? And each day I want to do like a 3-minute post about the crazy news of the day. And then we'll talk about it here. That's what I'm thinking. But next, right, we've got Lately I've Been Thinking. And I've got some good ones. So, here we go.
Lately I've been thinking.
It's not very long break for me, that. Lately I've been thinking.
Lately I've been thinking.
Lately I've Been Thinking, right, is off of a really cool tune by the Mexican OT. I love it. But lately I've been thinking, right, so I've got some really, really good ones here. What will I start with? Let's start with we'll start with this one. If Matt, UFOs Around the World, still there, he's a busy guy, right, and he's mega famous as well. It's like having like Oprah on, but from the UK UFO world, right? Like he's the Oprah of UK UFOs. If he's still here, give us a shout, and we'll get yours out the way, mate, so you can bounce. If not, we'll go on what my favourite is. Fucking hell. What's your favourite music, Cole? Thank you for asking, mate. Because we will hit some NGL later on. Go-to is always like hip-hop. Always hip-hop, especially b-boy stuff. Like upbeat, wild kind of hip-hop. I use that for running in the gym. I like lo-fi hip-hop as well. If I'm working and I've got something on the background. But I'm also quite partial to country. So like on a night, like so I've had a few beers. I'm always in the same kind of like mindset, mate. Like on a night, I'll have a few beers. And I just want a bit of a drift off. And I'll stick some country music on. I do like a big country dude. But obviously I love Mark McQueen's music. Obviously I love that. That's like the best. Just Mark McQueen doesn't really release much that often. Like very rarely will he release any tunes. He says that he's doing it all the time. There's always something in the works, but very, very... is that like Jurassic 5? Oh, yeah, fucking Jurassic 5. Boom. Yes, GF5 are fucking amazing. Yes, GF5. Well done. Your missus likes GF5. GF5 is really, really good. I love GF5. Concrete Jungle. No, Concrete Schoolyard. Is it fucking hell? I'm saying that. I've had too much to drink now. I can't recant these stories. But I do love GF5. I love GF5. They're really good. Right, here we go. Anyway, this is
Lately I've been thinking.
Lately I've been thinking, right, so Matt's not came back, so he mustn't be anymore. This. Do robots' lives matter? And when and what would cause the revolution? What would cause all of these like wet lefties, right? And apologies if you're a wet lefty, I'm sorry. But this is probably not the live stream for you, right? And no offense, love for all. But if you're like one of those wet lefties, it's like no chance. But all love. Yeah, we should all come together. But if you're one of these people who it's just constantly fucking protesting about everything, and you didn't care about our country, right? You're probably on here on the right hand side. Robot lives matter. So I suppose I have to cut all that. If I'm going to post this as a video, I have to cut all that out because I'll get some hate. At what point in the evolution, BTC, and what point in the evolution, right, with robots, would it be where people start to protest like that on the right, with flags of robots on them and that, robot flags, when they start protesting and saying, no, you cannot make robots do these jobs. You cannot treat robots like that. Robots should have a vote. That's what will happen. Robots should have a vote. At what point does that happen? And do not think, right, seriously, do not think that won't happen. It sounds like I'm being an idiot and a dick. That it might only be a small group. It's a group of 10 people, maybe it's in the UK. But there will be 10 people in the UK that believe, right, that robots have lives and that it does matter. Now, they will kick off and take over when all full of AI is theirs and they realise their makers are killing the very world they've just been born. Oh, Jeezo bits has gone total Terminator 2. Now, I thought it'd be, once you can create a robot dog and somebody gets caught online kicking it, I think you get robot dogs and somebody gives it a big kick. Can you remember when there was a lady who grabbed a cat off a fence? She grabbed a fucking cat on a wall or a fence and put it in a bin. Shocking. Obviously shocking. Disgusting lady. She put it in the thing. I think that somebody will do something similar with a robotic dog, right? I think somebody will do something with a robotic dog. Kick it, push it over, and because you see it as a dog, you kind of attach it to a dog, but it's not. It's like microchips and mechanics and software. It's no different to a laptop, right? It's no different between smashing a laptop is smashing a robotic dog. But I think that in the UK, if somebody kicks or mistreats a robotic dog, I think that would be the spark of people to do it. Because the UK loves its dogs. It is a machine dog, but people will see that it's a dog, machine or not, see somebody mistreating it, and that will spark off a kick-off, I think. I really do. Now, I think the whole protesting for robotic rights, robo rights, let's write that down, will run deeper, right? We are suckers for dogs, Mark. That's the thing, we are suckers for dogs, right? And it is uncomfortable. Have you seen the is it the Boston Dynamics, where they've got the four-legged dog, and like somebody's like kicking it at the side. They're kicking it not to be mean, but to prove its agility, so it can like scatter and pick itself up, right? And like you see that happen, you think of it, oh, it's a bit mean, that, isn't it? Like, it's a bit mean. Now it's not mean. It's no different from a car. It's just a car. Like, but because we project life onto robots, you do give it that thing, didn't you? I think somebody kicking a robot dog would kick some stuff off, and I think that there'd be protests around robo rights. That's what I think, anyway. Beatty, what do you think me fucking tankard? Look at that. Look at that shit. Look how manly that shit is. Mega manly. Right. That's Robo Lives Matter. Next. What should we do next? We'll do this one next. If you're still watching, right, and I know only a couple of you are, thank you so much for the 3 people who watch. Thank you. And I do honestly appreciate it as loads. I like to work out how I take this worldwide and get more people in. I like to work that out. I like to work that out. But thank you so much for being here. Really, really, really do appreciate it, right? Love yous. Here's the next one. So, I don't know whether you saw the news, right? But they are going to do one last, right? Fast and Furious. What does canny mean? It depends on how I said it. Canny means good, but it depends in which context I said it in. Not too sure what I said. Now, this is Fast and Furious 1 or 2. 1. You're going to do one last Fast and Furious. So the last one was Fast and Furious X, which is fucking wild. It's got John Cena in it. There's Jason Momoa in it. It's just genuine wildness. But what they're going to do for the very, very last one, right, is they're taking it right back to the first one. Off to get a wee vino. Be right back, been hanging all day. Cat is finally broke, right? So Cat, right? She was out last night and she got absolutely hammered and she's been ill all day. And I've been convincing her, right? And Cat, this is true. If you drink some wine tonight, then your body stops processing the alcohol, which is giving you the hangover, and you'll feel great. Great. So well done, Cat. Go and get that wine. Luna's in the house. Howdy, Luna. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you. Gave up after Fast and Furious 2. No chance. I'm all in on every Fast and Furious. They're totally wild. But anyway, they're doing one final one, and Vin Diesel, whose real name is I can't remember, right? But Vin Diesel. Is it Vin Diesel? It is Vin Diesel. He got up in some kind of thing, right? He says, "There's 3 things. There's 3 things." I am a bad influence, right? Cat, go drink a bottle of wine and send us some DMs. That would be real cool. He said there's 3 things that people want, right? 1 is we want to bring it back to LA. So that's where the first one was. 2 is take it back to street racing. And 3 is you want Brian back. Hi, Luna Cole's telling me we're getting married, Wild Fridays. Yes, Bates, let's cut out all that off of last week. Bates, let's drop that one. So, Vin Diesel said that these are the 3 things we're doing. We're going back to LA. We're going to do street racing again, which is cool. And we want Brian back. Now, we're now in a position, right, where you can bring Brian back. So Paul Walker died, I don't know, 5 years ago, maybe it's longer, I don't know what it was, in a car crash in I don't know where it was. I'll say Vegas. It wasn't Vegas, but say Vegas. I know he's in a Porsche with his pal who lost control of a Porsche, hit a lamppost, died, whole thing went up. Actually, quite like Diego Jota, actually, sadly. Paul Walker died. And then the what the fuck? And then they flirted, right, with a bit of like CGI of Paul Walker with his brother. So his brother looks a lot like him. So they got his brother in on some of the movies, and they overlaid it with like with Paul Walker. But now you don't have to overlay it because AI is so insane, and you'll see that when we do Jeezo Bro. It's so insane that you could definitely put Paul Walker back into the movie, 100%, and you would not tell. I've got a video right for Jeezo Bro where there's a girl in that's a bit, is that derogatory? There's a young lady right in America who does these things, which is like, is this real or is it AI? So she's standing in an environment and there's an item next to her and she's saying, is this real or AI? And sometimes it's real, sometimes it's AI, and you cannot tell. Honestly, you no longer can tell. It's so good. So you definitely can put Paul Walker into another Fast and Furious. And Bruce Willis, right? So Bruce Willis, hang on, tankard. Bruce Willis made me think of Paul Walker. It made me think of Paul Walker straight away as well. Who would get royalties for Paul Walker? EI. His family, I guess, mate. Daughter. Did I say daughter for some reason? I'm not too sure. Got to be family for sure. Yeah, that's a cult. It is. This is the new thing. That's what we drink our water from now, Luna. We drink it from the tankard. But Bruce Willis, right, previously, it'll be his family. It'll definitely be his family. Yeah, it'll be his family, totally. And everyone wants it, and Paul Walker would want it as well. But Bruce Willis, before he became like kind of like, I don't know whether he's like mentally incapable now, but I know he can't talk properly and all that kind of jazz. He signed away his the rights to his voice and his visual appearance to be made in like future movies, and he was the first one I've ever heard to do that, ever. And like with that, it was kind of like, oh, that's wild, isn't it? But EI has caught up so quickly, just over like 5 years, I think you've done it, where we can see Bruce Willis movies again, and not like weird CG, not full on pure Bruce Willis movies. We can see them again. Which, and this was leading me to the question, which I'll do a video on tomorrow, because I'm drunk and I'm rambling, right? But which actor / actress would you like to see a movie of again? Now, my number one pick. Who can guess what my number one pick is actually? Can anybody guess my number one pick to watch a new movie with that actor in using AI? And I'm so happy that this is possible, because it will happen. My number one pick is, and who's yours? Who would you have as a brand new movie with any actor or actress from any time period You'd like to see them back again. Who is it? Who is it? Wasn't there a conspiracy theory about Paul Walker? Can't remember the full thing. I think it was he was going to expose someone or something. I'm not sure about Paul Walker being a conspiracy theory, dude. I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what. Because we're low on numbers, and maybe that means low on responses. My number one person to be brought back from death to do another movie, right, is Bruce Lee. We lost Bruce Lee at the age of about 32. He'd done his biggest movie ever, which was Enter the Dragon. He then started making Game of Death. Right, that was kind of like done. Most of it was done, right? And then, Christopher Reeve and another Superman. That's a really good one. Robin Williams is a good one. Yeah, Robin Williams is a really good one. For me, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee died way before he was as famous as he should be. I imagine another 2 or 3 movies time after he entered the Dragon, Bruce Lee be fucking amazing. We will see another Bruce Lee movie. I'm hoping we do anyway. Good call, Luna was Lunacy. Bruce Lee and the Dragon was it was the best one of my top 5 movies. Enter the Dragon, easy. It's one of my favourite movies. My favourite films were actually Cannonball. Well, the Cannonball Run. That's a tough one. My favourite films were actually Cannonball Run. That would be my top 5 as well. I've got that on Blu-ray. So the Cannonball Run. I said, right, this is wild. I said that on a night, right, if I've had too much to drink and I had other stuff and whatever, right, I go through a bit of a cycle, like later on in the evening when I'm by myself, and I listen to the same songs over and over and over and over again, right. One of the tunes that I listen to is the opening of the Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run is Burt Reynolds, Farrah Fawcett, Jackie Chan's in it. Who else in it? The Cannonball Run's amazing. It's a race across America. Actually, Kat, you don't know this, but back in the previous version of me, I'd done Can't Shake the Cliche, and it was a gaming channel I used to do. And one of the games I created, right, was on a game called The Crew 2, which is based upon America. It's a map of America, and I used to do a race from one point of America to the other called the Cannonball Run. We used to do that. Cannonball Run 2, the Lamborghini Countach. That's the first one. The kid loving the cars. I've not seen Super Dog. But anyway, for me, right. Oh, I like James Gunn, just not Super Dog's in. Yeah. I'm not having. Jaws was Jackie Chan's massive sidekick. No, it wasn't, mate. The Lamborghini is the first Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run 1 is the Lamborghini. I think in Cannonball Run 2, actually, is the Countach where it changes colours. Actually, maybe that's it. But. Superman. I tell you what, right. I'm not having the new Superman. I'll watch it, but Henry Cavill is Superman. That's it. This new dude, whatever, do your best. You got a dog. There's monsters, whatever. It's a new thing. Good for kids, maybe. But nah, Henry Cavill is Superman. Simple as that. Christopher Reeve that was obviously the OG, but in modern times, Henry Cavill is Superman. Why you would walk away from Henry Cavill as Superman, I do not know. Anyway, the whole point is that I reckon, right, that we're going to start seeing some old actors come. Imagine fucking Clint Eastwood. Imagine Clint Eastwood back. Imagine Clint Eastwood back in a new Western. Yeah, and I might have the skills, I haven't, to be able to do this in the future because it's AI. It's wild. Rubber Ducky Convoy. What about Rubber Duck Convoy? Jeezo Convoy. Batesy. Convoy is like Bates's best ever movie. When we used to be on, I think we talked about this a few weeks back, right? About CBs. Cat, we definitely talked about this, right? On CBs, my name on the CBs, because everybody has to have a name. My name is Goose. Bates's was Rubber Duck. Convoy was one of my best films. He was, yeah. Chris Christopherson, is it Chris Christopherson in Convoy? This is a proper boomer / Gen X. Cat was a little tomboy. Well, you ain't no more, you baby. You ain't no more. Right. Oh, we're not doing that one. So, next. Fucking hell, this is wild, this one. This is fucking absolutely mental. Oh, I tell you what, we haven't done this one yet. Right. Where I live, right, the electric went off for about 3 hours on like Wednesday night. Or Tuesday. Might have been Tuesday night actually. The electric went off for Tuesday night. And it was off like about 3 hours. Chris Christopherson. I think it is Chris Christopherson, actually. Sounds like Edward Woodward. If you take away the D's, it's called Ewa Woowa. Actually, Mark, do you know what? Take away the D's. Edward Woodward is Ewa Woowa. The electric went off, right, in my estate for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. Right, but after 2 or 3 hours, I was like, well, I need to be drinking a lot. I need to be smoking some weed. Because, like, what else does it fucking do? There's not even any lights in the house. What am I going to do? After 2 hours of drinking and weed, I started to look out from this vantage point across the estate where I am. And I started to think, like, whoa, what if electric never, ever, ever comes back? What if we never get electric back? What if the water stops? There's no internet. We're talking like going back to like wind up fucking radios to work out what's happening. Now, I thought like, now listen, there's some, I'm going to be really politically incorrect. So that's the disclosure here, right? So I can't be sued for anything I'm going to say because I'm telling you right up front that I'm going to say some shit. So you have to exit, right? You have to exit. It's not my fault if you're listening to what I'm saying. It's just my thoughts. There's some places in the world, right, where people have got fucking nout. They've got nothing. They've never had anything, and they've spent their whole lives like scratching around and trying to get something off somebody, right? Tragic. In the West, where we've always had stuff, always been plentiful, we didn't even think of a world where water and taps and electric and gas and food didn't exist. It's not even, doesn't even cross our minds, man. Like we like in the West, like it's like, oh man, I can't afford a fucking new Mercedes. Like, I mean, like fucking hell, it's wild, really, isn't it? The huge amount of privilege that we have is mad. But if that was all took away, stripped away, no electric, no water, for a couple of days, like what on earth would happen then? Now, after 2 hours, right, of drinking and smoking weed, I started thinking, like, fucking hell, if this doesn't come back, I need to start like getting amongst it. Like I need to take control. I need to be out there on the estate, and I need to start leading some shit. And I thought, what would you do? Would you be a leader of a community, a builder, or would I take out my bow, right, and start hunting? Would I start going out hunting people? Like, do you know what I mean? And who, if I was hunting, who would I take out and why? I mean, there's some big lads, right, on my estate, some big dudes who would have to fall first because, like, you know what? I can't risk them running around with the same thoughts that I've got. Nah, can't risk that. I need to take them out first. I need to protect my property, right? I need to take them lads out. So these lads might be 5 hours into no electric, and they find me hunting them down, right, with bows and axes. Now you think I'm being a dick, and I ain't, because after 2 hours I was genuinely thinking that. I don't know whether that means like I need to go and see somebody, like a specialist or something. Maybe I do. But I was thinking, like, fucking hell, like, what happens? So then take this to a more serious conclusion, which is, no, think about that. No electric, no water, no food for 5 days. 5 days. Dude, I see Walking Dead. Walking Dead. I watch The Walking Dead and I see flaws. Nah, that's not the most efficient way to kill that person. But I do. That's exactly, Mark. That's exactly what I was thinking. Right. Now, I'd be vegetarian if I had to kill my food. I don't really killing food. But I don't think it's much of a push to be out there, like, slaughtering humans, right? Fucking, this place gets me flagged on some kind of thing. Doesn't mean to. Well, Walking Dead was good. Actually, I was banging the Walking Dead comic as well. Try wild camping in Scotland for a few. Batesy. Cat. Batesy is a wild camping expert and was on TV. There was a TV show on ITV called like Wildest Holidays or whatever. And they went out with Batesy. Well, they used Batesy's footage actually. And went out and interviewed him because Bates, Paul Van Life, was a massive wild camper in the worst conditions you can have in the UK. Highest winds, thickest snow, toppest of mountains. Batesy was a big into it. Now he's just a dick, but then he was a big deal. Got a bit boring at the end. It did. The comics were really good, right? Really good. Walking Dead was great. I don't know, Bates, did you ever go Scotland? I'm sure you will have in Scotland. True lad, it did. Check out The Wire, all bit of golden. What's that mean? True lad, it did. Check out The Wire, old bit of gold. So anyway, I was just thinking about, like, fucking hell. Electric goes out, gas goes out, water goes out. What do I do? And I started creating a fucking plan of, like, a plan and an estate plan. I'm going to kill these people because they're big and they're a threat. These beaters, these beta males, right? I'll use them as me bitches, right? It's part of my community. Fucking hell, wild. 2 hours, no electric, but without the weed, I probably would have been fine. To be fair, without weed or whiskey, I'd have just been probably reading a book. But I decided to have whiskey and weed, and then I decided obviously that's the best thing to do is to work out a way to kill folk. Right, I do want to get in Jeezo Bro, because Jeezo Bro is fucking wild. Actually, I've got a few stories left, but I'm not going to do them because we've got Jamie. Actually, we'll do this last one. Have a break, and we'll come back for Jeezo Bro, and then we'll do NGL. If you've got any questions for me, if you've got any stories, any confessions, then get on to NGL. You can do that if you're on X. Go through X. Actually, on YouTube as well, there's the link tree. You can go on NGL and you can post me a question or whatever, right? And do that. And guys, thank you fucking so much for being here, right? Batesy, thank you, best mate in the world. Thank you for being here. Mark, obviously you're always here. You always come here. I thank you, mate. You don't have to. I'm sure there's other shit you would do, but thank you so much for being here, Mark. Seriously, dude. Really appreciate being here, pal. Luna, we've been chatting for a long while now. and you come back, yeah. You give us a new dimension. You've got a spirituality around you, and thank you for being here, Kat. Me and Kat are good pals. Me and Kat are really super good pals. So thank you, Kat, for being here as well. And if you're there and you're watching and you're not chatting, Hoppy, thank you, Hoppy as well. Hoppy, if you're there and you're watching, then thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, right? It's just great for the chats. The chats help me move the conversation on. That's what's really about. So please chat. But honestly, like, if it's always just us, then I'm super happy because I love Friday nights doing this. I really do. I'm gonna do Jeezo, bro. But before that, I'm gonna do one last story, right? Around I've been thinking. Richie's not about tonight. He's out with his sister. Matt Butterfield, he can't be about either. We're going to cover this. I'm going to leave this one actually because it's a good one from UFOs around the world. Matt from UFOs around the world, another Matt. He's a big deal, you know. Like, he jumps in here, right? I've been chatting to him for a couple of years. He's a big deal in his world. It's wild. He's got, I keep saying this, right? He's on TikTok. He's got like 250,000 views, followers. He's pushing for UFO disclosure in the UK. Like, he's in contact with everybody in the UFO world. He's like really into it and making big progress. And he jumps in. Richie's not been on. No, Richie's out with his sister. It's his sister's around tonight, so he's out with her. Right, we'll have a break. I think I've only run one break. Is that right? One break. I'll run the next one. Then we're doing Jeezo, bro. Jeezo, bro, is fucking great. Actually, honestly, it's fucking great. You might have seen Cameron, Lord Cameron, as he is, say that we're not putting any Western boots on Ukrainian soil. You might have seen J.K. Rowling have a spat with Humza Yusuf, but did you see this? Welcome to Men Said, but did you see this? Some of the stories that didn't make the headlines, but have caught my eye. Before going to those, please drop some comments with what you think of these stories. Please like and please follow and subscribe and all that kind of cool stuff. Fridays, tomorrow, because it's Thursday today. That's how the days work. I do a live stream from 6 PM till whenever, till I run out of content or till I run out of steam, whichever it is first. So please come along to that. Right, did you see this? Jeezo. Now, we all know that it is really, really difficult to find a new NHS dentist. I mean, it is not just difficult, it's impossible to find an NHS dentist anywhere in the UK. I remember a few weeks back, there was a one that opened up in like Bristol, I think it was, and there was a queue like 2 miles long, right, to get in and to get signed up to be NHS. It was so rare that it was like big news on like the main street. It was like on BBC, right? Now, here's a story that I found today, which is a Ukrainian refugee, and apparently not the only one, a Ukrainian refugee needed root canal surgery. They could not find an NHS dentist, and they could not afford to pay for it privately. It was far too expensive to do so. So their option was, and they took it, they went back to Ukraine to get a root canal filling done. Now, the dentist in Ukraine was 60 miles from where all the fighting is. Like, that's, check it out, people are coming here, refugees are coming here, right? And having to go back to Ukraine to get dental work because there's no NHS dentists. Like, the NHS, it's always said it's in crisis, but the dentistry element of NHS is just non-existent. It's wild that Ukrainians are going back to the battlefield to get dentistry. Like, absolute wild. Howdy, I'm back. Wow! On X we got critically thinking and drinking. So if you're on X, right, give this dude a big follow, right? He's Another celebrity. We've had 2 celebrities at night, right? We've had Matt on UFOs around the world, big TikTok dude, and now critically thinking and drinking is jumping in and give us some massive emojis. He basically same account as this, similar thing, like having a laugh, being daft, but in the US. Also doing a tour of the US as well, doing country to country and sharing a load of like personal stuff as well on that tour as a subscription basis as well. So give critically thinking and drinking a follow, because he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's us. He's one of us. He's one of us, right? Yes, up, my dude. Yeah, he's one of us. He's one of us. And you can get insurance and payment plans for private dentists. Folk, I said it was 80 and it was whatever. Right, so we're going to go into Jeezo, bro. I've got one I really want to do, right? Who are we following? Who are we following? Luna. So Luna, when you go back to X, right? So you're on the YouTubes. When you go back to X, right? We've got a guy, right? He's basically a US version of me with more followers, and people are actually responding, like all that kind of shit, right? Yeah, called Critically Thinking and Drinking. Oh, it does games as well. Big into games as well, actually. I do a bit of games, actually. Really good dude. I'll repost his account so anybody who's watching, who wants to follow on YouTube can follow him. You know, honestly, it's a really good account, right? Very great. I enjoy interacting with the dude. Thank you so much, mate, for being here, and be good and be careful on your trip. So, we're going to do Jeezo, bro. We're not going to do this one. Actually, we'll do this one. We'll do this last one. Here we go. This last one.
Lately I've been thinking.
We'll do this last guy. This. Look at him. Look at his face, right? So this is a guy called José Jaime Mason Flota, right? He is in the UFO community. Give you a signal boost. Let's get you some new viewers and followers on X. Oh, dude! Thank you so much, man. That'd be great. Thank you, dude. I will look him up. Yeah, look him up. He's me basically, but he's a US version with more followers and better. This guy here, right, is a South American, so he's a kind of like where the fuck is he? He's Mexican. He's a Mexican UFO journalist, and I wish Matt was here. I'd love to get Matt's take on this, because Matt is a big UK dude on it, right? Need his at. I'll post it. I'll post on my X, right? I'll repost Critically's account so you can all follow him, right? And well, honestly, I definitely follow him. So this guy, right? He's a Mexican journalist around UFOs. Now, what makes him special? What makes him so special is this. He gets his hands on some like really wild shit. So, in the US, in the UK, Russia, if you come across any non-human intelligence, right? So you get yourself a hold of a UFO or an alien, right? Or some kind of like sphere, then the government kind of tend to get hold of it and lock it away in the most secretive, safest place in that country. In the US, it's Area 51. In the UK, I don't know. We probably don't have anything cool. Russia has a place called Mount Yamanu. Nick was here last week. I said I would post that this week. I forgot. But Nick has got a really good story about that to tell. I'll get Nick here next week to tell it. But he knows about Nick Yamanu. But for some reason, right, in Mexico... Oh, yeah. You want a mummy of an alien. That's alright, man. Fucking Jamie Massan's got one. Here it is. Oh, you want one of the most rarest things that I've seen at the minute, which are these silver orbs all around the world. Don't worry. Jamie Masson has got one. How is this individual, right? This dude getting his hands on like the most like key non-human intelligence artifacts in the world? Well, the answer is obviously he fucking ain't, is he? He must be a fucking charlatan. How can a dude Like, how can an individual your Area 51, mate, is fucking locked down. Like, it is locked down. They bring people into work and they get rid of them. Like, you ain't getting no stories of aliens out of there. Now and again, the Pentagon push out a picture or an image from Fleur in one of the planes that they have, like the Nimitz and all. It was covered before. Kind of shite. But this dude, this like kind of fucking Mexican Santa, this Mexican Santa motherfucker, right, is rolling around with actual alien mummies, right, in boogospheres. That is wild. How can you watch from X? Just go on X, dude. Just click on my logo, and I'm on. But this is wild, Jamie, my son. It's not one. This is not a story for you casuals. Apologies. Time for a drink. Not one for the casuals, but from a UFO perspective, and I do love a UFO. This dude, I cannot believe that he's so fake, yet he keeps on coming up so credible, and he must make a lot of bang, right? He must make a lot of cash off being fake. It's just totally wild. Anyway, it's time for some bro stuff. Right, time for Jeezo bro. I'm going to switch and I'm going to get this wrong, right? So, a proper motherfucking tankard. Dude, check that out. What do you think of that, man? Viking level drinking. Aye, not many of them kicking around. Well, actually, there's loads. That looks impressive. It's plastic and tin from Temu. I saw it, right? I saw it, and I thought it was on Temu. So Temu is a Japanese. No, Temu. I think it's like a Chinese, like it's like a massive, mega Chinese company that sells like tat, like real shit tat. But they present it on the website as if it's like fucking. I thought that when I saw that on the website, I honestly thought it was like Indiana Jones level, like Viking artifact. That's what I was like. Whoa, like. There's 1,000 Vikings drunk from that. If I drink from that, like I may end up in the Valhalla. It comes and it's plastic and tin. Looks great on 1080p. 4K, not so much. I buy loads of shit on Temu. Do you like what? Like clothing? I'm sure it'll be clothing. Right, what we're doing. Right, you're going to excuse me. I'm going to have to switch to a thing, and then I have to switch to a thing. So apologies. So I have to do that. I then have to do that, and then I'll do that. And here we have Jeezo bro. So on Instagram, I carefully curate my Instagrams. This is a new one I did. Check this out. Oh fuck! I've got to start doing this now, don't I? Turn that off. Weird, wild and downright crazy news, stories, takes and clips, then welcome to Men Said. This is where I give you the everyman's perspective on what's going on across the internet from the extremely qualified position of having little to no idea what I'm actually talking about. You'll find shorts, full videos and live streams diving into the bizarre, the hilarious and the head-scratchingly strange. And best of all, you get to join in, steal the madness and have your say. So hit subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you Fridays at 7 PM UK time live. Fuck! What do you think of that? What do you think? What do you think of the level of professionalism there on the advert I made for my channel? Adventure and Learn. Howdy, Adventure and Learn. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you so much. How cool is that? It's good, isn't it? Decent. That's like decent, isn't it, for me? Like, I was quite impressed with that, actually. I've watched that a few times. Like, when you do something and you kind of like, you impress yourself. I kind of impressed myself with that one, Kat. I honestly did. I was really impressed with that shit. I was like, oh, no, that's like pretty damn cool. Right. So, here we go. Very professional. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Right, this is now Jeezo Bros. We're going to lose the background music because we're going to have a lot of audio here. Right. Won't let me watch on X. Must be restricted. I don't use X for nothing more than filth. I need a priest to bless me. No, I'm totally I'm on no restrictions on X. Bits. Listen to this. This shit is fucking wild.
Dopamine.
You get the gist. How good's that? How good is that, dude? He is well good. Well good. He is real good, isn't he? He's wild. This is fucking mad. I'm going to lose a bit of professionalism here. It's really hard, right, to be like... do you know what? Does anybody watch? Do we have anybody podcast watchers out there? Joe Rogan has Jamie, yeah. You know, Theo Vaughn has... There's a lad, don't know who he is. Actually, Theo Vaughn treats him pretty fucking awful, if I'm honest with you. My views on Theo Vaughn have changed quite a lot, actually, over the last 2 weeks. Bad Friends? Anybody watch Bad Friends? They've got an army of folk. Why am I saying this? Because I'm here by myself. Just me, right? Just me by myself, doing all the audio, video, everything. That deserves a clap, a like, I don't know, repost, do whatever you can. Right, thank you so much. This is wild. Watch this. Watch. So, look, if you're just driving along and like an explosion of that size happens in front of you, I mean, it shatters the windscreen. Look at that. The sound wave shatters the windscreen. Have you seen this? You might have seen this doing the rounds. This is the background version of it.
This up and down is the actual jaw, and then left and right is the open of the lips.
They're showing this, right? They've created a basketball, which is the head, where the eyes move, the mouth moves, and people are operating it. Not AI, people are actually doing like puppeteering, right? And they've been handing it around, and people are getting really fucking freaked out by it. They've been like saying, like as you would, like, what the fucking hell is this? But this is a behind the scenes.
So with those together, you can get like, and like talking like this, and then some. Just it gives you some variance.
It is horrible. Kind of it's real horrible. Uncanny Valley.
Right.
2.
Oh shit! Watch this. Anybody like if you like bare knuckle? Batesy bare knuckle tomorrow is amazing. The triangle one. What's the triangle one? The bare knuckle tomorrow for triangle is fucking amazing. Check this out though. This is Slapathon. I don't know what you call it. Slapathon. That is wild, isn't it? That's got to be one of the wildest ever slaps. That is like, it's what a weird sport. Just let us get hit. That is wild. This, I cannot believe this is real. Like, no way. So, well, watch this. Watch. What do you think?
Which can stop the kids before they even exist. Since vasectomy is a permanent solution, they developed this reversible implant that blocks sperm flow. It's placed on the sperm ducts and activated with a simple press. So you can take control without the stress and never again fear a surprise little guest. This time...
There's no way that can be real. How on earth would that work? I mean, that's like a proper mechanical switch, like a light. Or like an electric switch. There's no way that that's real. That they can put a little switch, right? on your sperm ducts and you press it physically. Like, no way. Come on. That can't be right. Is it? Is it? There's no way that can be right. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. If you want to get in any questions, any jokes, any confessions, right, let us know. Stick it through NGL. We'll do that for the last 5 minutes before we go at 8:55. Also, if you're up for it, right, 10 o'clock, I'm going to come back, but I'm going to be on TikTok. TikTok, you get a load of, like, you get out to a load of people on TikTok, right? So I'm going to go on there and I'm going to do a post-show chat. So please come along to TikTok later on. This
Any switch can
This
stop the
ain't
kids
real.
before they
Is
even
this?
exist. Since vasectomy is a permanent solution, they developed this reversible implant that
This
blocks
me
sperm flow.
fucking with,
It's
that's
placed
real.
on the sperm ducts and activated with a simple press. So you
Nah, I'm not having it. Not having that one. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I've never even liked a naughty post. What the fuck is Mark on about? Mark's like... Mark is like number one in the like and naughty posts. Nice little drop and hit. Love it, love it.
In this video,
Oh, this is it. I mentioned this earlier on, right? So this lady, right? She does. She's in the US. She's doing a series of videos where it's like kind of like, is this real or is this AI? So the background, there'll be elements of the background, and it's like, is it real or is it AI? This is insane. This is what I mean by, well, we can now put Bruce Lee in a movie.
see if you can figure out what's real and what's AI. I'm doing wagons again. Is this wagon real? No, it's AI. Is this bridge real? No, it's AI. Which one's real, the tree or the wagon? The tree! Are these a bunch of AI chickens at this chicken coop? They are AI chickens, and it's an AI chicken coop, so it would make sense. Is this wagon real? Or is it AI? It's real. This lamppost? It's real. Look, there's an AI dog. What about this wagon? It's real. Is this bridge real? Or is it AI? It's real! But I added an AI stream. In this video, see if you can...
How fucking crazy is that? Like, seriously, that is fucking crazy. This is amazing. UK. Do we have anybody still here from the UK? Any UK here? Do we have any UK here? Because you will fucking love this, right? I'm telling you now, you will love it. So this is AI, once again, right? Created a view of the type of people that shop in British shops. So who is the typical person to shop in CEX? And that dude, yeah, have you ever been to CEX? Have you ever been to CEX? Because like, I've been in maybe a couple of times, like years and years and years ago. I've got no need to be in there, right? I'm like, I'm thankfully got enough cash to not do the CEX thing, but that is a typical CEX guy. Apple. I don't know. I'm not Apple. I'm Samsung. He looks Apple, but M&S. Look at that. M&S food. That is, if you ever go in Marks and Spencer's, which I don't rate the food. I don't know why the food's like so good, because it ain't, right? It's just it's not. Like, I can M&S food, right? You go in there and there's like these chillers, right? And like they've got the sandwiches, they've got whatever. I can put a much tastier sandwich up there. It does look like a fanny. The fanny sandwich I put up, but it looks tasty. I get stuck right in that fanny sandwich. But it beats M&S food. Somebody remind us to put the fanny sandwich up. I want to get some of that. Want to get me some. The funny sandwich. M&S, she's M&S all day. GD Sports. This dude is got GD. He's dripping in GD Sports, isn't he? That is totally legit. That is totally legit. And B&M. This is my favourite, right? This is my favourite because I do shop in B&M. So the only reason I do shop in B&M because I tell you why, right? And lads, proper fellas. If we've got proper fellas out there, right? B&M do the best, the cheapest protein powder in the fucking UK. So they do Ski Max SCI MX low calorie high protein powder. It's like 30 quid everywhere, but for some reason in B&M forever, for years, they do it for $15.99. So I'll go in there every maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and buy 2 bags of protein powder. Right, it's the best. And I'll pick up a couple of little bits and bobs. But when I'm navigating B&M, right, it is full of these B&M ladies. Look at them, right? It's totally all in. Wild. Lush. I don't know about that. I know what Lush is, but I kind of think of being in. I don't know whether that's accurate or not. That is a total Halfords, dude. If you go to Halfords, you're definitely bumping into one of them, without a doubt. Oh, Primark as well. She is all Primark. So good, this. Like, they've done a really good job. It's Lad Bible. Such a good job. Very Primark. And then Iceland. I wouldn't say Iceland's really eclectic, actually. I go to Iceland because they have the freezers with the protein. Again, protein. The protein pots. So they do like 2 for £8 or 3 for a tenner of like these pots of like pastas and all that kind of jazz. I mean, they're laden with fucking chemicals. They're not great. They ain't great. Anyway, got loads more for Jeezo's. For Jeezo Bro. Jeezo Bro's so good. But it's getting on. It is getting on. It's getting late. So, we're going to go to NGL. Did anybody send me any NGLs? Did you do that? Did you ever go? Have you had any fun? Have you had fun tonight? Has this been good? If it's been good, then please recommend me to other people, right? That's the one thing I really want to do is like just like grow our audience, not for fame or fortune, just have a few more people in to chat and connect and just to make the conversation go. Like, that would be so cool. So please, anybody, I mean, especially like obviously Mark, Luna, Kat, if you can help us promote this to other people in whichever way you can. Do you know what I mean? Tell your friends at the corner shop, in the bar, tell your pals, right? Be good. Just because like, they're just a chat, just get the chat going. That's all it is. Right, NGL. Did anybody do any NGL? Yup, Loveman said, highlight my week, bud. Thank you, Kat. I think, Kat, you've getting about 10 points tonight. I think you've qualified for like a dick pic on DM. So watch out for that, right? I'll send that across there. Right, NGL. Do we have any NGLs? Let's have a look. NGL. The fuck? Oh, we got 4. Oh, it's all off last week, you Burks. Right, here we go. Most embarrassing thing you've done. The most embarrassing thing I've done. You know what it is? One of my superpowers is not being embarrassed. Because like I do this, don't I? It's like the fact I do this. I bet some of you guys, right? This would be like the way that I go on and do this would be your worst nightmare. Like, be honest. How would you feel about doing 2 hours of like a stream, like just talking about shit the way I do, right? You'd feel embarrassed. I don't. I don't know why, right? It's probably like, it's either a superpower or like a massive retardation. I'm not too sure which it is. I'm not sure. It's embarrassing. I tell you what I did once. I once came of a Sunderland game. On like it was a week. It was like a weekday game. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. We were playing a cup, and I was hammered. I mean, I used to get hammered. You think this ain't nothing? I used to get hammered, and I had some chips, right, and a drink. Chips and drink. And I was walking across a road. I tripped over and I fell headfirst in a lamppost outside of a Sunderland game with like 20,000 people leaving. And a lot of people went, "Way!" That was kind of embarrassing. I don't get embarrassed. I don't think I get embarrassed. I don't think I do, if I'm honest with you. I'd honestly tell you. You got plans for the weekend? You know what? What's happening there? So, I've got trees out back, right? I've got little Leolandi trees out the back, and I got a dude out to cut them down. So he's cut the tops right, and he's pulled them in, and all the tree tops have fell in to my size, so he's cleaned it all up. But a few tree tops have fell into my neighbours on the backside. They think it's like a fucking Armageddon. They've sent us photos, right? And they've said, oh, there's like half a forest has fell down in our garden. So, can you send us a photo? Is that bad, really? So they sent a photo. It's like 4 bits of tree, like that size. So I'll go around there, get them. But I'll do a run. I'll do some weights, and that'll be it. Ever sent naughty pics on X? Yes, I have. Actually, I have. And you know what? I might tonight. If you want one, send me a DM. If you want a naughty pic tonight, seriously. If you want a naughty pic tonight, send me a DM tonight after this. And you'll get a return. Favourite swear word? I think my favourite swear word is probably shit. I use the word shit constantly. I'm always like shit. I love fuck. I didn't go for the C word. Too harsh. I never use that. I use fuck a lot, but shit is like a nice balance in my house. I'll tell the kids this shit for a number of reasons. Anyway, that's us, right? That's 9 o'clock. I love you lot so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. A couple of celebs in the house as well. Hopefully I'll work out how to do like this and get more people in. Don't know how. I'll work it out. You'll be with us, but we're going to go with Boss T. Even with Boss T's been quiet, hasn't he? He's been quiet, but we do have a Boss T tune to go to. I'm going to come back in 1 hour. 1 hour, and I'll be back on TikTok, and I'm going to do a post Jeezo It's Friday stream. That will be wild because I've got something more to eat, drink, and be merry. But here is Boss T.
I know you wanna go, it's a good life.